Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the third free clearing meditation that we're doing. This is May, and it's release the fight and align with the abundance you deserve. Let me repeat that because I think it's so cool. Release the fight and align with the abundance you deserve. This is where we're going to break the habit, because it is a habit, of striving and struggling for worth, for wealth, for safety. Because, frankly, as women, we're always trying to prove that we're worthy. Frankly, it's not just women, it's everybody. We were taught these things. So many people are tied up and tangled up with the energy of more, of wanting more, and tangled up in the way that that's also tangled up with striving, with struggling, with proving our worth. Somewhere along the way, we learn things like, well, if I want love, I have to earn it. If I want security, I have to over deliver. If I want wealth, I have to work harder and longer hours than anybody else. If I want success, I have to outwork everybody. I have to be there, the first person there and the last person to leave. Well, frankly, these beliefs have become the background noise of our money, our work, and even our relationships. But the truth is, you don't need to fight for what you already deserve. Yes, you already deserve love, success, security, and wealth. Look yourself in the mirror and say that. Say, I deserve these things. So tonight, we're going to release the energy of striving and struggling, and we're going to return to the energy of receiving. How's that sound? We're going to return to the energy of receiving. Now, what we're going to release tonight, what we're releasing is the internal stories. And these internal stories sound things like, I have to work harder than everybody else to feel safe. I can't relax. I have too much to prove. And trust me, I've said all of these. And it's that whiny voice inside me that says it, which is why I sit here and say it this way. My voice doesn't say, I can't relax. I have too much to prove. My voice says, I can't relax. I have too much to prove. Like, I'm so tired of trying to prove. Aren't you? I know I got that way. And so I shouldn't say got that way, because there are still times I feel that way, but not nearly as many as there used to be. We also start to think things like, if I stop trying, I'll lose everything that I've gained. How many of you, if you're in business, you feel like if you stop, it'll all go away? Or if I'm not fighting for it, then I don't deserve it. Good things are worth fighting for, right? Good things are worth working hard for. Isn't that what we heard so much? If it comes too easily, it must not be real. Even, here's the thing, even if you don't say these things out loud, they take up energetic space in your body, in your field, in your finances. So tonight, we are gently going to let them go. Are you with me? Okay. You might be wondering how this struggle shows up. How all these things actually show up in your life. They show up where you start to feel stuck in hustling, 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 or in survival mode. You know, I know when I first started teaching, I was told in my first year, survival mode. Because you're in your first year, you don't have anything. You don't have all the materials. You don't know what you're teaching. Maybe you're teaching something you've never read before. So it's a lot of survival mode. You're constantly staying like one day ahead of the students. Once you've been teaching the same thing 5 or 6 years, you're no longer a day ahead. But then teaching, at least in Florida, changed. I think it changed everywhere. And they started making teachers do different things, which, it's always good to change things up. But it was so much. And when it became so much every year, teachers began to get into survival mode year after year after year. You shouldn't live your life that way. Whether you're a teacher, whether you're a nurse, whatever job you're in, you should not be living your life in survival mode all the time, where that you are working 20 hours a day or even 16 hours a day. And that's how these these feelings of not being worthy of it, of feeling like you have to work too hard for it. You have to be the first one there, be the last one to leave. You have to over deliver. This is how it shows up. It shows up where you're in hustle or survival mode constantly. It also shows up as overgiving and overworking without receiving in return. When you're overgiving all the time, you're overworking, creating, reaching out to people constantly, and you're not receiving anything in return. There's no energetic exchange. That's the same struggle in your mind of I don't deserve. Because once you release that and you accept that you do, in fact, deserve it, and that you shouldn't have to work that hard, you don't have to work that hard. And you can receive, you can attract, you can magnetize things to you. You you will stop overgiving and overworking. Not overgiving in a good way, because there is certainly a good way of overgiving. I think we should overgive in what we're working with clients. But when you're overgiving just to get people to say hello, then it's that's the struggle. It also shows up as guilt or anxiety when you're resting, when you're spending, or when you're receiving. When you're feeling guilty about resting, you're feeling guilty about watching a favorite television show. We always hear the term guilty pleasure. And when you feel truly guilty about your guilty pleasure of a bubble bath, or of walking in the nature, or of spending time with your kids, or of just lying in a hammock relaxing, if you're feeling guilty, or you're feeling anxious about that, or you're feeling like, oh, I should be doing so much more, this is the struggle showing up. This is all those phrases in our heads, all those things of I need to work, I need to work, I need to work. I can't have it if I don't work harder. All of that showing up. Same thing with spending and receiving. If you're feeling guilt over spending the money that you're earning, or feeling guilty about investing in yourself, in a coaching program, or in buying something, even a low ticket offer, something that doesn't cost very much that you're buying online. If you're feeling guilty about that, it's those same thoughts coming back. Also, if you're feeling guilty about receiving something for free, receiving a compliment, finding $20 in your pocket, if you're feeling guilty over those things, then it's these same phrases coming up. I can't relax. I have too much to prove. I have to work harder than everybody else. If I stop trying, I'll lose everything. If I'm not fighting, I don't deserve it. If it comes too easily, it must not be real. All those things that go on inside our head are showing up this way. These are the struggles. Just a couple more. Fear that if it's easy, it means failure or laziness. There's the fear that if you're only having to work 20 hours a week to make a lot of money, then that's failure, because you're not working 80 hours a week, as a particular billionaire recently stated that people need to do. You do not. Or you feel like it's, you have this fear that it's laziness, or other people will think you're lazy. Those things get into your head. The other way it shows up frequently is it's a constant internal push to do more, be more, fix more, all those things. So we want to release those things tonight. So what we're going to do tonight is I want to make sure that I didn't miss anything, checking my notes to make sure. Yeah. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to ground, and we're going to connect to your breath and your body and to the light. And then we're going to bring awareness to where you've been holding this energy of fight, fight, fight. Sounds like a cheer from an old high school football team. or college. We're going to clear old beliefs around struggle, around proving, around earning your worth. You don't even have to prove things to yourself. And I have to say, I had a college professor once that whenever I said something that I had to prove it, he's like, to who? And my answer was to myself. It took me another 30 years to figure out that I didn't have to. We're going to anchor in the truth that you already deserve good things, and you always have. And then we're going to close with space for peace, presence, and new alignment. Okay. Now, I have some questions that I would love for you to think about. You can put them in the comments. It would be absolutely awesome. So, I'd like to ask you, where in your life have you felt you had to fight or prove something to be worthy? Where in your life have you felt like you had to fight for something to be worthy of it or prove you had to be worthy of it? I know for me in the past, it was even some of my education. I mean, I felt like I had to prove that I was worthy of earning some degrees. I had to prove that I was worthy of being considered teacher of the year. I had to prove that I was worthy of love. Another question, and I will ask these questions again later, so you don't need to write them down. Just jot down some of your answers real quick. I mean, and do with what comes to mind first thing. Don't don't think about them too much right now. You're going to get them again at the end, and then you can think about them more. You might so ask yourself, what part of me is afraid to stop striving? What what do I believe will happen if I rest? What part of me is afraid to stop striving? What do I believe will happen if I rest? I know I used to think that if I quit striving, I'd lose everything that I had achieved, or I would get lazy if I rested in between achievements. I mean, that's why I jumped from one achievement to the next. Now, I could go to the beach and rest at the beach. That I could do. But if I rested at home and I rested on my laurels of, oh, I just got this degree or I just achieved this certification, then I was going to lose everything. I wasn't going to be enough. People were going to think I didn't do enough. That's why I kept getting another certification after another certification after another certification. Didn't need most of them. Here's another question. When did I first learn that ease was suspicious or unusual or unsafe? I'm sorry. When did I first learn that ease was suspicious or unsafe? I can tell you the first time I learned that it was suspicious and unsafe was when my parents would talk about other people and say, well, how did they get their money? They would always be suspicious, especially a couple of relatives. They would be suspicious of how they were surviving. They must have been dealing something. That was what I used to hear. And I heard that at a young age. So I felt like if I wasn't doing enough, that's what people were going to think about me. And I certainly didn't want my parents thinking me about that about me. How about this one? What would change if I deeply trusted I was already enough? What would change if I deeply trusted I was already enough? Again, just put the first thing that comes to your mind because I want you to hold on to those things and clear them as we go. Okay? So, I also want to ask you a few questions. Oops, so here we go. On a scale of 1 to 10, and I would like you to put these again in the comments. Also, if you want to, write them down on a piece of paper. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not at all and 10 being absolutely, how true are these statements for you right now? I trust that I am already worthy of receiving more. And just write down the first thing that comes to your mind. The first number that pops into your head is the right number because that's your intuition telling you this is how you truly feel. If you start to go, no, let's see. If let's say 6 pops into your head and you go, well, no, maybe it's a 5. Well, no, trust me, it's an 8. Then you're talking yourself into it. Go with the first number that pops in your head. That is your truth. So, again, first question: I trust that I am already worthy of receiving more. 1 to 10. Next one, on a scale of 1 to 10, I allow success to come to me with ease. Next one, on a scale of 1 to 10, I no longer need to prove my value through effort. Next, I feel safe to receive support and wealth. And last one, I believe ease, rest, and abundance can coexist. Okay, put those aside, or if you put them in the comments, often you can always come back and look at them, but put them aside because now what we're going to do is we are going to start the meditation. Are you ready? We're going to begin the meditation now. So I want you to sit back, get yourself comfortable, have a drink of water if you need it. Close your eyes and notice your breath. Just notice your breath. Just breathe normally and notice it. Visualize the breath coming in through your nose, down to your belly, then back up and out through your nose or your mouth. And then I'd like you to breathe in from above the cosmos, from out in the cosmos. Bring it in through your head, breathing in. Letting it flow through your body. And when it gets down to your belly, let it go out and let the energy beam go into the earth, like you're breathing love into the earth. And then we're going to breathe up from the earth, up through our legs, up through our root, coming up to about our heart or our throat, and releasing up out of the head into the cosmos. And we're going to do that 3 more times all the way through. Breathe in through your crown, take it down into your body, and breathe out through your root and your legs into the earth. Let that beam of energy go around the earth and bring it back up, and breathe up through the earth, through your feet, through your root chakra. Breathing up. It gets up to your head, release it into the cosmos, out the crown. Let it circle around and breathe back in from the cosmos. Bring it through your body. Breathe out through your root chakra and out through your legs and your feet into the earth. And breathe in from the earth. Bring it up through your legs and your root chakra, up through your body, and releasing it out through your crown, out into the cosmos. And one more cycle. Breathe in through your crown, out through your root chakra and your legs into the earth. And breathe back in from the earth, up through your feet, your legs, your root chakra, bringing the breath up through you, breathing out through your crown. Continue breathing normally, or if you like that, in and out from the crown, keep breathing that way. See the light. Notice what color the light is that's come inside you. Is it white? Maybe it's gold with silver flecks, or even gold with golden flecks. Maybe there's some pinks or purples or greens. Whatever you see, sense, feel, or imagine is absolutely perfect. Invite the light in from above and below. Let them meet at your heart. Let them expand out from your heart. Invite the light to expand out to be bigger than the building you're in, bigger than your country, bigger than the earth. And to continue going out past the solar system, past the galaxy, past all of known space. The bigger the circle of light, the more it expands, the more you can bring in. If you're feeling an ache or pain anywhere in your body, ask the light to go directly to that spot and to go through it. Not to go to it and stop, but to go to it and go right through it and push it away. And I want you to think about how you've had to fight for anything good in your life. And everywhere that you have had to fight for anything good in life, forgive it, release it, clear it now. Or you think back to when you were a child. See a time when you had to fight for something good. Maybe it was a doll. Maybe it was a seat at the table. Maybe it's for that last cookie. Forgive it and everyone involved. Release and let it go. Remember a time when you were a teenager and you felt like you were having to prove your worth. You're having to fight for a good grade, fight for a good seat, fight to be noticed. Everything that is, forgive it all, forgive everyone involved, release it, clear it, and let it go. Everything over the last 30 or 40 years or 50 years that you've had to fight for, that you've had to strive for and struggle for anything good, every time you felt like you had to fight to have anything good, that you couldn't have good things, forgive everyone involved, release it, clear it, and let it go. Everywhere you've ever thought that you had to struggle for something good, you had to strive for something good, you had to work harder than everybody else, forgive it all, release it, clear it, and let it go. Everywhere that you had to fight to hang on to something, clear and transmute it right now. Everywhere you have believed that ease and grace wasn't allowed, clear it now. Let it go. Every fear hiding under the need to prove, forgive it, release it, clear it, and let it go right now. Everywhere that you are afraid to relax, release it, clear it, and let it go. Everywhere that you've ever believed you weren't enough, release it, clear it, and let it go. I'd like you to repeat after me this next section. Everywhere I'm not enough, release it, clear it, and let it go. Everywhere I'm not enough, I release it, clear it, and let it go. Send it off into the light. Everywhere I'm still afraid to relax, I release it, clear it, and let it go. Everywhere I thought ease and grace wasn't allowed, I release it, clear it, and let it go. Every fear that I have that's hiding under my need to prove myself, I release it, clear it, and let it go. Every belief that made me think I had to fight for anything good in life, I release it, clear it, and let it go. Remembering the things that you wrote earlier, you can even open your eyes if you need to go back and reflect on it if you wrote anything down. Add those to it. Continue to repeat after me. Everywhere I think I can't have good things in life, I release, clear, and let it go into the light. Bring in more light. I can feel the need for more light. So bring in a lot more light. Bring the light into your heart, into your crown, into your heart, also up from earth and into your heart. Bring in more and more light and let it expand out. Everywhere I'm still afraid to relax, clear and transmute. Everywhere I'm afraid of ease, clear and transmute. Everywhere I'm afraid for things to be easy, release, clear, and let it go into the light. Everywhere I think I'll never be enough, release, clear, and let it go into the light. And now let's shift a little bit. We've cleared some patterns. Now we need to fill in the space with peace and with permission. So again, repeat after me. What will it take for me to feel worthy without effort? What will it take for me to feel worthy without effort? Everything in the way of that, clear. What will it take for me to believe ease is safe and sacred? What will it take for me to believe that ease is safe and sacred? Everything in the way of that belief, that new belief, release and clear. What will it take to let go of the hustle and trust the flow? What will it take to let go of the hustle and trust the flow? Everything in the way of it, release and clear. What will it take for me to allow support, wealth, and love to come into my life without resistance? What will it take for me to allow support, wealth, and love come into my life without resistance? Everything in the way of that, release and clear. What will it take for me to stop fighting and start receiving? What will it take for me to stop fighting and start receiving? Everything in the way of it, release and clear. What will it take to rest and rise from a place of peace? What will it take to rest and rise from a place of peace? Everything in the way of that, release and clear. What will it take for me to know ease? Everything in the way of that, release and clear. What will it take for me to break the habit of striving and struggling? What will it take for me to break the habit of striving and struggling? Everything in the way of it, release and clear. Bring in more light, more and more light. Now, I'd like you to imagine a purple tornado coming from the cosmos, and it comes into your crown, and it goes into you and through you and out of you and around you and everywhere that there are any remnants left of the habit of struggling and striving. Anywhere there are still thoughts that ease is not safe. Anywhere there are still beliefs that you have to work, 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 move, 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 go, go, go. Anywhere there are any of those thoughts, allow the purple tornado to take them up. The purple is the color of transmutation, change, divine change. So allow this purple tornado to take up all those leftover, all the extra little remnants that are left over from all those old beliefs that you used to believe, even though that was all so long ago now. Let the purple tornado take them up and take them off far, far away. And as they do, finally, off in the distance, where you can barely see it, they are released from the purple tornado as they have been cleared and transmuted into it's okay to have ease. It's okay to rest. It's okay to have nice things. You deserve it. You are worthy just as you are. You are enough. The purple tornado brings those back to you and to others in your life. Feel them coming back to you. I am enough. Go ahead and repeat it out loud. I am enough. I am allowed ease. I am allowed to rest and rise with, with peace and purpose. I am enough. I am worthy. Love, money, support, they are mine. I joyfully and gratefully receive. Abundance is my birthright. Everything is always working out for my good. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. You can sigh it out if you want, or you can just let it go. Slowly start wiggling your fingers and your toes and opening your eyes and coming back to the room. I'm going to ask you again these same 5 questions I asked at the beginning. This is a self check in. You wrote down answers before we did the clearing, and I'd like you to write down what comes to mind now, right now. These same 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. How true are these for you, with 1 being not at all and 10 being absolutely? I trust that I am already worthy of receiving more. On a scale of 1 to 10, how true is that? I allow success to come to me with ease on a scale of 1 to 10. How true is that? Remember, it's the first number that comes to your mind. I no longer need to prove my value through effort. I feel safe to receive support and wealth. I believe ease, rest, and abundance can coexist. I'd like you to go back and look at your numbers from the beginning and from now. And I would love for you to post those in the comments below of what it was in the beginning and what it was at the end. You should definitely see some changes. Now, this is a meditation you can come back to as often as you like. It's a free meditation, so come back to it as often as you like. At least it's free for now. So while it's free, come back to it as often as you like. And before we go, I want to share a couple of things with you. These are a couple of reviews on my book. Here we have here. It's easy to read with exercises and actions you can take. Highly recommend. This book is an easy read. It's written in digestible chunks with a summary at the end of each chapter. I like that there are actions that you can take at the end of each chapter as well. The book provides a usable roadmap to abundance. I highly recommend it. Another person said, I don't know who the first one was. The second one is Molly. She said, this book is detailed and provides great motivation. It is positively phrased and inspiring. And Nina from Austria, wrote, this book offers a clear step-by-step process for building wealth, regardless of your education, background, or income level. What I love most about it are the simple yet powerful exercises that make it easy to take action right away and start creating a life you truly love. This is my book, and if you have read it, I would love a review on Amazon. If you have not yet purchased it, you can purchase it on Amazon. It comes in paperback as well as in Kindle. And if you will send me the little thing that tells, says you ordered it, if you will send me that, if you will email me that, I will happily send you a free companion PDF workbook. It's all the exercises that are in the book, which, if you have the book, you can do them right in the book. But if you'd rather not, let me know and I will send you the companion workbook. Also, if you get it on Kindle, well, you can't really write on a Kindle, can you? So I will happily send this to you. Just send me the thing that says that you purchased it. I will happily send it to you. I also have a brand new course that we're starting. It's Manifest Your First or Next $10,000. So in 10 weeks, you will learn all my tips and tricks about saving. We will do lots of clearings. It is 10 weeks of a lesson, a Q&A, and a clearing every week. Every week. You're going to come away from that knowing completely how to save $10,000 in 3 months. Now, I've had clients save $10,000 and $20,000 in 3 and 6 months, but everybody's different. So you do need to know that, but you will learn how to do it. Very simple. Here's a QR code. You can click, use your cameras to open the QR code, or there's the link. You can type in the link and get over to the course. And right now, it's early bird special. So come on in and let me see if I can show you a little bit. Oh, no, that's not it. Yes, it is. So let me show you some things about this program. After this program, you're going to be able to release your fears around finances. You're going to shift out of survival mode and into a calm, clear plan to start saving, no matter where you're starting from. You're going to understand exactly what's blocking your money flow and how to clear it. You're going to create your own personalized plan. It's a group course, but you will create your own personalized plan to manifest and save your first or next $10,000, even if saving $10 or $100 feels hard right now. You're going to feel safe with money instead of anxious, afraid, or ashamed. You're going to reconnect hope and take real steps forward and be supported by a proven system and a powerful community. You're going to take inspired action that actually works because it's aligned with your soul and it's aligned with your personal situation. You're going to stop spending in scarcity and start building real, lasting financial security, and you will see your savings grow week by week, and you'll feel the relief, the pride, and the freedom that comes with it. You might be wondering what's included in this manifestation journey. It's group support for 10 weeks. There's a 90-minute kickoff session where we're going to activate your abundance field. There's 8 60-minute coaching calls with strategy and soul integration. There's 8 30-minute Q&A calls where you can ask all your questions. There's also 8 60-minute deep energy healing sessions where you'll clear the path. So they'd be even longer than this one. There's a 90-minute completion session, which is wealth embodiment and expansion session, where we'll celebrate your transformation, clear any final limiting beliefs, and receive some intuitive guidance, and anchor your upgraded wealth identity. You're going to walk away ready for your next money milestone. You receive unlimited support for 11 weeks, free access to the online community. You get a bonus of 111 ways to find an extra $1,000, even if your bank account feels empty right now. You'll get an accountability and integration tracker. You'll get a soul-led budget makeover. Look at all these bonuses. You'll get a money magnet morning ritual, a busy woman's abundance plan, and a manifestation confidence booster mini course. All bonuses if you're an early bird. And if you pay in full, you receive $500 off in exclusive bonuses, or $500 in exclusive bonuses, which means you get a private one-to-one call with me, and you also get a 25-minute personalized wealth meditation. So that's a lot of stuff that you're getting in this. That's one of, so that's, there's the QR code. I couldn't think of the word, QR code, and the link if you need it. So come on and join me in the course. I also have a wait list for the course, as well as for other things. If you're not sure about the course, you can join my wait list and I'll reach out to you and answer your questions, or see if there's some other program that's better for you, that better suits you. The wait list also asks a couple of questions about, what you'd be more interested in. If you're more interested in one-to-one or group or my membership, whichever one, whatever you are interested in. Even if you're not interested in anything right now, but you just want to stay connected, jump on the wait list and you can find out more. You'll be the first one to know every time I have something new coming out. You'll be the first one to know. And I will have some new bundles coming out soon, so you'd be the first ones to know about that. There's the link to it, or there's the QR code. So the link is forms.glaus1x4jgacbrotx8. Whew, that's a lot. So there's the QR code. Let me shrink the QR code down a little bit so you can see it easier. There you go. And you can just click the grab the camera, look at your QR code, and get it. And if you don't want to look at it on your phone, you can save the link easily from there. Or again, there's the link. So you can take a picture of it. I'm going to have to type it in there. That's the only problem. And also, I want to tell you that I have a special offer for you right now. This is a 48-hour only offer. So it will be gone Friday night. This is my emergency money activator toolkit. It's regularly $97, but you can grab it right now for just $47. You can unlock the practical manifesting, achieve what you desire, all capitals, desires. That's why I call it practical manifesting desires. You're going to achieve what you desire with ease and grace. This is a mini course, and you can grab it for $10 at checkout. It's normally $88 by itself. So you can grab both of these for just $57, but only through Friday night. And if you happen to have just been in Soul Aligned Wealth and you want a scholarship for $100 to $250, you can use it on this. And you will still have the extra, what's that, $43 or more, depending on which scholarship you won. You will still be able to use that later. So if you're interested in this, let me know. Or just you'll be able to go straight to it and grab it. Let me tell you though, what's in this emergency money activator toolkit. Like I said, it's normally $97. It's $47 for 48 hours only. Because when money stress hits you hard and you need an immediate shift, this toolkit is your energetic first aid kit. You'll have it for life, for your lifetime. For the lifetime of, well, maybe it's my lifetime because everything will go away unless you download it. So whether you're spiraling in doubt or you just need a boost, these tools will help bring you back to center fast, without shame, without stress, without spreadsheets. No spreadsheets, no budgets. You might be wondering what's inside. There's releasing blocks and unlocking joy meditation. You can let go of heavy energy and reconnect with joy. You can clear your mixed messages, align your desires, and become a clear magnetic match. There's a forgiveness meditation. There's an EFT tapping script on releasing blocks and unlocking joy. There's an abundance visualization, and there's actually more. There are clarity and chaos prompts, but there are actually more. And I think it's over here. There's actually more things in it if I can find it. I mean, I just kept adding to it. Yeah, there are actually 5 meditations, a step-by-step tapping instruction video in case you don't know anything about tapping. There is a guided tapping session, and you also get the script to that so you can use it later. This is highly recommended and by people who have done the other videos, and I can't even find everything that's in. There's so much in it because I kept adding to it. So if you want to grab that, and like I said, if you want even more magic, you can upgrade to the Practical Manifesting Desires. You can add that on for $10. It's the perfect thing. So here is the QR code to get the emergency money activation toolkit for $47. Click on, scan that, or you can click on this. Notice the coupon code EMAT, Emergency Money Activation Toolkit 52, because you're actually saving 52%. That's why it's 52 instead of just 50. You're saving $50, which is 52% that you are saving. It is less than half price, but only for the next 2 days. So make sure you grab that, and I hope to see you next month when we have another clearing meditation and we release more things that are in the way of us achieving abundance. Hope you have a wonderful night. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Oh, and by the way, don't forget, now that you're done, drink some water, get some rest. Always stay hydrated and get rest after a meditation. It's really important. It allows the energy to flow and continue to pull out old stuff. And you can even continue to pull out all of this stuff even through the night or for the next 2 hours. You can say whatever. Okay, that's it. And I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.